This channel is getting false flagged by triggered trolls, so make sure you subscribe to the new channel, Full-Time MMA 2. Let's get to the MMA news. Good thing this is fake money. We lost both of our bets on this week's fake money. I probably bet a little too much on fighters I'd never seen fight before, right? But that was our very first week. We'll get better. Next time, you know, we'll be a little more safe, but oh well, we're betting on underdogs too, man. You get them right sometime, you get them wrong sometime. One thing I will suggest is, hey, you guys should do this shit. This makes it way funner. I mean, I was watching the fights anyway, but even knowing I had fake money on the fights, I was like, let's go, let's go. And then when they were losing, I was kind of like, at least it's fake money. It don't fucking matter. It's a win-win. And it still makes the fight that much more fun. So if you're broke like me, man, bet some fake money on these fights. It's a win-win. I still got $250 fake dollars on my bankroll. And you know what? If we lose that on UFC 215, we might have to make another fake money deposit. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. With that being said, man, this is that's how the fights went right there. I mean, we were 2-2 on the day, but unfortunately we only bet on 2 of the fights, and those were the 2 underdogs, which we lost. Who was it? Bahadurzada, man, he looked pretty good. He was a welterweight. He fought at middleweight. He had only fought 1 time in the last 4 years. This was his second fight in the last 4 years. He's had to go through some injuries, so he was fighting a guy that was undefeated. First fight in the UFC, Rob Wilkinson, he was undefeated. I was going with the undefeated guy who had been a little more active, even though he was coming into his first fight in the UFC. He was fighting a guy who was a UFC veteran, but who had only fought 1 time. So I figured that was enough reason to bet some fake money on an underdog. Didn't go our way. It was looking good a little bit in the first round, but Bahadurzada landed some huge shots and ended up winning the fight for sure. I believe it was a 3rd round TKO. He said he wanted an earlier TKO. He's coming for TKOs. I'll definitely be looking forward to his next fight for sure. The main event, we had Alexander Volkov versus Stefan Struve. Stefan Struve landed a couple big knees in the first round. A huge knee that cut open. It cut, what's his name, Alexander Volkov's cheek and his damn nose in the first round. So it had Alexander Volkov, breathing through his mouth for the rest of the fight. It was looking good for Stefan Struve, but Alexander Volkov started to come on into the 2nd round and definitely into the 3rd round, and he put the pressure on Stefan Struve, landed some big shots, found out the distance, and he started knocking Stefan Struve's head back, kind of like Conor McGregor did probably Malik Noogie, man. You're seeing his head fly back and shit. So, I mean, and it looked like Stefan Struve started to run out of gas a little bit. I don't know if it was from the big body shots that and body kicks that Volkov was landing, but definitely wore Stefan Struve down and TKO'd him in the 3rd round. So I was like gonna get on here because I thought we were gonna win after the first fight. I was like, okay, we lost 100 on the guys we had never seen fight before. Now we're about to, you know, win 150 after the first round of the Stefan Struve fight. But so I was like, damn, I gotta figure out how these Vegas odds work, because I didn't know how it worked. But I mean, I got time to figure it out now. Because I bet 150 fake dollars on the Stefan Struve fight. So it's like, if I would have won, do you win? I mean, I know how, like, if you, okay, this is somebody asked me to explain how the odds work. Okay, so if somebody is a minus 110 favorite and you bet $100, you'll win 110. If somebody's a minus 150 favorite and you bet $100, you'll win $150. So since I bet $150 and he was the minus 110 favorite, I would have won $165 around. But I didn't know if I only got $165 back, or do you get your bet plus that back? Is that how much profit you get back? I was gonna have to figure that out if I won, because it didn't make sense to me. Like, let's say somebody's a plus 100 favorite or a plus 100 underdog, and you bet $100 on them, so you don't just win 100 and profit nothing. You would win 200 and profit 100, right? I don't know. We'll figure that out on the next episode. I'm going to look into that, but I don't have to figure that out because I bet 250, lost 250. So we'll figure that on the next episode for UFC 215 next week. So yeah, man, this shit was fun. I'm telling you, if you're fucking broke like me, bet some fake money on these fights. It's a win-win. If it feels like you're gambling, and you know, if you fuck around and win, you might actually bet some money. And if not, you lose fake money. Who cares? It is what it is. Let me know what the fuck you time at in the comments, dude.